जंगल अलग अलग लोगों के लिए अलग अलग मायने रखता है. फॉर मी, जब मैं छोटा था ना, मुझे जंगल की कहानियां बहुत पसंद थी. सो आई वाज बिग फैन ऑफ जंगल बुक एंड द एन्चांटेड वुड्स. इसका मैं बहुत बड़ा फैन था. जब मैं जवान हुआ तो जंगल और फॉरेस्ट बिकेम मोर एडवेंचर फॉर मी. आई स्टार्टेड हाइकिंग, ट्रैकिंग, वाइल्ड लाइफ, सफारीज. लेकिन यहाँ के गारो लोगों के लिए जंगल इज मच मोर देन ऑल ऑफ दिस थिंग पुट टुगेदर. वेल, देयर इज अ सेक्रेड ग्रूव, अ सेक्रेड फॉरेस्ट. और कहते हैं, यहाँ के लोकल लोग कहते हैं कि यहाँ पे उनके गार्डियन स्पिरिट्स रहते हैं. यहाँ पे कुछ बहुत ही अनोखी सुपर नेचुरल एनर्जी है जो उनको मुश्किल समय से बचाती है. बट इस जंगल में जाने के दो नियम है. पहला नियम, आप इस जंगल को काट नहीं सकते. दूसरा नियम, आप इस जंगल से वापस कुछ लेके नहीं आ सकते. अगर आपने ऐसा किया, देन यू आर इटर्नली कर्स्ड. तो मुझे जब ये बताया गया तो मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हो गया दैट आई वांट टू गो इनसाइड. थोड़े से परमिशंस निकालने पड़ते हैं, बट हम जा रहे हैं इनसाइड द जंगल जस्ट टू फाइंड आउट कि वो सुपरनैचुरल एनर्जीज क्या है और क्या होता है अंदर एक सीक्रेट ग्रूव के. जाहिर सी बात है कि मेरे साथ एक लोकल एक्सपर्ट होने वाली है, लेकिन उन्हें हिंदी नहीं आती है, तो शी विल बी स्पीकिंग इन इंग्लिश. लेकिन मैं कोशिश करूंगा ट्रांसलेशन जितना कर सकूं हिंदी में आपके लिए करके दूं. ओके, तो हम जाने वाले हैं गारो हिल्स के सीक्रेट ग्रूव में. So let me introduce everyone to Gunme. She is a custodian farmer and the resident of this area and my expert and guide inside the sacred grove. So thank you so much. मैंने पहले ऑडियंस को बता दिया कि आपका हिंदी है थोड़ा गड़बड़, तो आप करेंगे इंग्लिश में बड़बड़. Okay, so which way? Tell me.
This way.
This way?
Yeah.
Is it going to be safe? Are there wild animals inside?
Yeah, we are safe. There are gibbons, and yes, we have the rock elephant.
Elephants?
Yeah, but he's elusive. And when you're with me, you're safe. You're in the safe hands.
Tell me all about the stories, the myths, the legends which are attached to this sacred group. I just wanted to ask you one thing.
Yes.
Can anyone and everyone enter this sacred forest?
Yeah,
They can.
yes. But you have to follow certain decorum when you enter into the sacred forest. You're supposed to maintain silence, and you're not supposed to defile. You're not supposed to pick up anything or destroy anything that is inside the sacred forest.
Okay, we'll take care of that. All right, so that's the way. Off you go. जैसे जैसे आप जंगल के अंदर जाते हो, जंगल काफी टेंस होते जाता है. ये क्रिकेट्स की आवाज सुन रहे हैं आप? क्रिकेट्स की आवाज है, गिबन्स बंदरों की आवाज है, थोड़े डिस्टेंस पे उनकी आवाज है. इट्स वेरी लाउड. May I have a quick question for you?
Yes, go
What
ahead.
is the name of this forest and what is the area we are looking at?
Yeah, this is the Selbalgre Sacred Forest, popularly known as Selbalgre Song. The area of this forest is 20 hectares.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another very quick question.
Yes.
The locals told me that in this forest you can experience supernatural energies and there's something called as the guardian spirit who looks after your community.
Yes.
Okay. So is this true? Can we experience something here?
Yeah. This forest is old as the human settlement that starts in the Selbalgre village. Selbalgre, this village has a historical and cultural value to the Garos. Few years ago, Paleolithic age tools were found buried in one of the spots in this village.
Okay.
And when the human came to settle here, they also set aside a plot of land for the guardian spirits. We Garos believe in malevolent and benevolent spirits, and to avoid their wrath, we have to appease them. So in this forest, rituals were performed to appease the garden spirits, and these garden spirits have been protecting my forefathers and my ancestors.
Do you call something to this deity or this guardian spirit? Do you have a local name for them?
Yeah, we have so many names. I just heard about the garden spirit name as Chokki and Dalmang, but I'm not very sure the spirits of this, the garden spirits of this song.
What is this?
This is the sacrificial altar, and this is very, very old. It's been here for many centuries together, undisturbed. And these stones represents the trophies of the head hunting days. The man is killed, the village slaughtered, and these stones represents that killing, the hunted.
Okay.
So you see, it's not disturbed, and this is actually some kind of cursed. These stones are cursed. Yeah.
They say that if you take something along, from this forest, you are eternally cursed.
Yes. Because this is meant.
It's a good way for conservation.
Yeah. It's a good way of conservation, and conservation is not a new concept for our forefathers. We are practicing nature lovers, and in the early days, we don't just destroy for the sake of plantation or shifting cultivation or things like that. Everything was balanced, and Garos are very spiritual, even for shifting cultivation. We seek permission from the supernatural, from the divinity. Only when the gods, when the spirits allows us to go ahead with the cultivation of that particular plot of land, Garos go ahead. Otherwise, no.
No.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that shows the Garos were naturally spiritual people.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Do not touch them. They are
Yeah.
cursed.
They're cursed. And these stones, the spirits resides here in this forest, and the villagers are protected from all kinds of calamities, all kinds of natural phenomena,
That is
and
the
also
belief.
from diseases, and also from the enemies, the warring tribes.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. एक बात बताना चाहूँगा आपको, जैसे ही आप इस फॉरेस्ट में एंटर करते हैं ना, एक एनर्जी मुझे that's what I felt. एक कमाल की एनर्जी जो है, it hits you very in a very positive way. I don't कहते हैं कि जहाँ पे स्पिरिट्स होते हैं वहाँ पे एक बड़ी नेगेटिव एनर्जी होती है. ये मुझे बड़ा पॉजिटिव एनर्जी लग रहा है. I have no idea how to describe you. I was a little spooked out when they told me that there are a lot of people have experienced a lot of supernatural energy here. मेरे को लगा भाई मैं जाऊँ या मत जाऊँ, ये क्या चंग पक्के में किसमें फंस गए हम लोग. But then I realized that what is it that makes this place? Is it the biodiversity? Or is it the way conservation करते थे लोग पहले. तो मैं बड़ा इसको लेके थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड था और क्यूरियस था, इंट्रिग था. So I thought कि it's जाना तो बनता है, मतलब मेरे लिए भी और मेरी ऑडियंस के लिए भी. बट आई थिंक यू शुड कम. अभी तो हमने सफ़र शुरू किया है, बहुत सारा अंदर जाना हमें बाकी है. इट्स वेरी डेंस फॉरेस्ट. जैसे जैसे आप अंदर जाते हैं काफ़ी घना होते जाता है ये जंगल. बट आई एम ग्लैड दैट आई हैव समवन हु नोज दिस फॉरेस्ट और वो प्रॉपरली मुझे गाइड कर रही है. एनीथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग हियर?
No, just it looks like a good. This is you can talk about because I think people don't perform the rituals anymore as believed by our forefathers. We are losing much of the forest cover in this area also.
So how much was this forest earlier and how much it has shrunk to?
In the earlier days, it's like very dense forest, and you have all kinds of medicinal plants and fruit bearing plants. See, now because we have lost much of the forest in the adjacent areas, this forest is now exposed to wind, sun, wear and tear. And we are losing, every year we are losing trees like this.
The surface is pretty uneven. I wanted to ask you something.
Yes, Rohan.
Okay, just curious. Do you know anyone who has taken something from this forest, or he or she has to face the consequences? Someone you know, okay?
Yes.
Someone something like this has happened.
Yes. This was way back in 1983.
Okay.
A man from this village, he is called Dharmenpa.
Uh huh.
He was initially a Songsarek, and then he was converted into Christianity.
Uh huh.
And one night he came drunk. And he tried to remove one of the kosi. Kosi is
Okay.
the stones
Mhm.
in the sacrificial altar.
Mhm.
He said that I'm a Christian and I can remove this.
Mhm.
And this is the sacrificial stones of the pagan worshippers, and I can do anything because I'm a Christian. He tried to remove the stones, and that night he had hiccups, unstoppable hiccups, which continued for weeks, days, weeks, and then a month later he died.
He died
Yes.
out of hiccups.
Yes, the villagers believe that he was cursed. So you see, like those things which are unknown need to be left undisturbed,
Correct.
and what is due respect should be given.
करेक्ट। ये जो कहानी अभी इन्होंने सुनाई कि यहाँ से कुछ भी अगर लेके जाता है कोई, तो उनके साथ कुछ ना कुछ अनहोनी हो जाती है। देखो ये कैसा है ना कि आई डू बिलीव, आई डोंट बिलीव ऑल्सो, बट जो बात आपको समझ में नहीं आती है उससे देन आई थिंक यू शुड लेट इट बी द वे इट इज। इफ यू डोंट हैव the maturity and the sensibility to know what is exactly, and we are all every energy is all around us. The moment I entered this forest, I told you the kind of energy I felt. अब कुछ चीज़ें हैं समझ में आती, कुछ नई चीज़ें समझ में आती हैं, बट जो नहीं आती है उसको काउंटर करके कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता और ये ऐसा हमें करना चाहिए और मैं करके दिखाऊंगा, ये जो है मुझे ठीक नहीं लगता है। बट एनीवेज हम तो यहाँ से कुछ नहीं लेके जाते। टीम को पकड़ के पूछ लेता हो, कुछ उठा लिया हो तो कहीं श्रापित ना हो जाए वो। वैसे जंगल बहुत ही घना है। It's a pretty dense forest. Whatever little I've got to see, and now that you have also told me that there are wild animals here, have there been ever any casualties inside the sacred forest?
Yeah, we have 3 casualties so far.
There were?
Yes.
When was this?
This was in the mid 2000.
2000,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
mid 2000. The lady was returning from her June fields, and normally actually this is not a corridor, but because of the disappearing forest in the adjacent areas, the elephant wandered even to these jungles.
Okay.
And while she was returning, she encountered the group of elephants, the herd, and she was attacked. Earlier there was no man-animal conflict in these areas. You see? And after that 2 more were attacked.
By elephants?
By elephants, yes.
So there are elephants in this jungle?
There are elephants in this jungle, and we have a rock elephant who is the custodian and I would say guardian of this forest. He is elusive and he is never sighted, but his presence is felt. You can see his droppings here and there. You can see his footprints here and there.
I heard
but
this
he's never
story.
seen.
They say that if you are with pure heart, you
Yes,
can
yes,
see
yes.
the elusive elephant. Otherwise, if you see any elephants, they will attack, run away.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then Rohan, this plant, this is brought when you're in the jungle. And when you have an emergency, when you have to attend to your nature call. Number two, don't mistake this for a gentle tissue. This is a stinging nettle. It instantly, when it comes in contact with your skin, it itches. Your body reacts. Your allergy. It gives a very bad stinging sensation. Stinging nettle, we call it gulmat. Beware, never ever use this.
Never ever. I'm going to wipe my bummy with this plant. Let's go.
Okay, Rohan, this is the sacred altar, and during the rituals, only goat is sacrificed.
Okay.
Okay.
What ritual?
The Asung Tata ritual. That is a sacred forest ritual that happens every 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Right on this spot.
Got it.
Yeah. So the slaughtered goat, the remains is hung up there, and
even now or in the ancient days?
In the ancient days.
Okay.
I mean, the last ritual happened in 1988. The last ritual.
Okay.
It was performed by the Nokma.
Uh-huh.
Nokma is the custodian of the Akhang, and also he is the spiritual leader of the community.
Uh-huh.
So he performed the rites. The goat sacrifice was done here, and the remains after the blood, after smearing the goat blood on the stones, the remains, the carcass is hung right on top.
Okay.
And the carcass is not meant to be eaten by the wild animals. You know, the carcass attracts wild animals like tigers.
Got it.
But since it is meant for the gods, no wild animal can eat the remains of that goat. So
how would the animal get to know you are not supposed to eat that?
Yeah. The animal tries to get, suppose it tries to get a piece of meat, directly he'll fall on the trap. We have the stalls like this, many stalls like this in 10 by 10 area.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have the stale, very sharp spear like spikes. And when the tiger tries to get the meat, he missed the target and he falls into the trap. Yeah. So meaning, other than gods, this sacrificial goat is not meant to be eaten by anybody. Anybody for that matter. And even the rotting pieces are not allowed to, to strewn here and there. Directly it will fall on the trap.
Okay.
So likewise, the community, the spiritual, the community protects the meat, the sacrificial goat from being eaten by the wild animals.
This is where the goats used to be hung, sacrifice, and this is where I believe the trap used to be put. And that's the cursed stones.
The Kosi.
Yeah. Interesting जगह है ये, sacred forest. काफी डीप तक है. It's your call कि आपको कहाँ तक जाना है. वैसे मैं आपको और एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ बता दूं कि इफ़ यू वांट टू रिलीज इन दिस फॉरेस्ट, अगर आपको गलती से भी नंबर 1 या फिर नंबर 2 आई, यू कैन नॉट डू दैट इन दिस फॉरेस्ट. देयर इज अ रीज़न व्हाई दे कॉल इट अ सेक्रेड ग्रूव. पवित्र जगह है, तो यहाँ पे आप वो सब नहीं कर सकते. कहाँ जाता है, इनफैक्ट मुझे बताया गया है कि कुछ लोगों ने, आवाज़ सुन रहे हैं ये जंगल की, कुछ लोगों ने यहाँ पे वो क्रिया की थी एंड दे वर हॉन्टेड. मुझे पता नहीं कितने हद तक ये बात सही है या गलत, लेकिन कहते हैं कि ये सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे नहीं करनी आती हैं. तो कभी भी आपको ये और ये आए, यहाँ पे नहीं कीजिएगा. कहने का तात्पर्य ये भी है कि मुझे बहुत ज़ोर से ये आई है, तो मैं अब इस फॉरेस्ट से जा रहा हूँ बाहर. So we are out of the sacred forest and there are a couple of do's and don'ts when you enter this forest. Hear it from the expert. Boss.
Yeah, Rohan. As the name suggests, it is sacred to our community, and there are certain do's and don'ts. There are do's like you can enjoy, you can nature walk, you can enjoy the gibbons, you can interact. I mean, you can do many other things also. Bird watching, butterflies, then gibbons. Then you can take a walk.
What are the don'ts?
Yeah, don'ts like you're not supposed to pick up anything. You're not supposed to. You have to maintain silence. You're not supposed to make fire. You're not supposed to litter. And you're not supposed to attend to your nature call in these areas. It is a taboo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all the lovers out there, no inappropriate behavior.
Public display of emotions.
Of affection, no, not allowed. Okay, you go there, you appreciate the nature, you look at the forest, you pray whatever you want to do, you experience it, come back. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You have been amazing. Yeah, this is Okay, जरूर आइएगा, बहुत मजा आया. हिंदी में लास्ट में तो कुछ तो बोल दीजिए हिंदी में. अच्छा, आप इंस्टाग्राम पे हैं?
No.
आप ट्विटर पे हैं?
No.
फेसबुक पे हैं?
Yes.
ओके, आपकी वेबसाइट है?
No. I'm Gunmarak. You can catch me on Facebook.
She's on Facebook. Follow her. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
चलो सुसु जाऊँ मैं अभी जल्दी से. चलो. I just told Nora that if I get married tomorrow, I want a child like Nora.
One in a million, 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 one in a million.